you think I was just going to let the music stop? Nope. Happy Friday, people. It's Funky Friday on the Morning Night Live. I'm here. I'm queer. Get used to it. Okay, that's not what I meant to say, but you know what I'm here for. I'm here for you, brothers and sisters. Yes, it's Funky Friday on the Morning Night Live. I'm your host. Well, I can't tell you that yet because I haven't played the intro yet. I will do that in a minute, but hey, today I just said, fuck it, and figure I'm gonna wing it today because I'm just gonna react to shit I see on the internet, and I already swore, so maybe, I don't know, that word's not so bad. It's when you use the other words and other phrases that they get a little upset with you at YouTube. But today, Funky Friday on the Morning Night Live. Let's go. Brandon, play the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, PDawg Knight.
All right, stop the music and start the music. Hey, it's Funky Friday. I think I'm going to keep this music going the whole show because, just is what it is. It's Funky Friday. Let me turn this music down because I had a little notification music there. Thank you, GunFox61. Oh, wait. This is the one from yesterday that I didn't get to feature on the show. So at the end of the show yesterday, I missed one of my Streamlabs from GunFox. Thank you, GunFox, for being a proud sponsor of the Morning Night Live. Let me get rid of this little Facebook thingy here. I am so happy that you did that, but I'm so sad that I missed it. So yesterday, just at the end of the show, GunFox61, by the way, here's your bell and clap from yesterday, who said, he said, Marty, okay to throw your sanity bone here. Last night, SpaceX stacked via the tower lifting arm for the first time SN20 to booster 4. And if you understand that language, more power to you. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm sure you'll explain it to me. Thank you, though. I appreciate your continued sponsorship of the show. But let's go to today, because GunFox is already GunFox.
You are the new Streamlabs superstar sponsor of the day
with the first Streamlabs of the show. Thank you for being so kind. Who says, Marty, just read the news story. It's in Discord news section, second from the last. Let the rant start. I'm being evil. Okay, you know what? In honor of Fuck It Friday, I said the word. Damn it, I didn't mean to. Let's go to my news section in Discord. I swear to God, GunFox, you are trying to kill me. I know. Second from what? Hang on, let me move this so I can see what the hell it. Just read the news story. It's in Discord. News second from to last. Okay, so the last story says Trudeau says restriction necessary to prevent further restriction. Yeah, basically the beatings are going to stop when morale improves is what's true. But the second from the last is oh fuck. GunFox, what the hell's wrong with you? Oh my God, okay, it's in the list. In fact, I'll put it in the list right after I get the just the morning stuff. Where the hell's it? Where there it is. I have some just like morning headlines, and then we get into the regular stuff. Even though today is just me. I'm gonna just spend most of the time reacting to stupid stuff on the internet, like I do often. Oh, Gun Fox, why do you do this to me? All right, I'll let you all know. Well, let me. Okay, here's a thing. Here's what we're gonna do this morning on this lovely Friday. By the way, hello. I already played. My name's Marty. I'm also known as PDawgKnight on the internet, if you didn't know that already. And I look at my Discord all the time. I truly do. And I just, but it's so hard sometimes because some of you supply some stuff that I literally, when you say your head will explode, the pressure builds up from here and it starts going up in here and it just like, it stretches out my head. It makes my head look too big and then I have to buy larger hats. And sometimes I gotta just stay away. But anyway, thank you, Gun Fox, by the way. And here's the tip today. Here's what we're gonna do. Your challenge today is, as I read the first handful of stories that we go through, you tell me which story is the one that Gun Fox provided, okay? And I'm gonna assume you're gonna be able to figure it out when I read it. And so that's just it. Thank you, Gun Fox. Since you sponsor the show again, very greatly appreciated. I hadn't even gotten to move your name over here yet. But now you're really the superstar sponsor of the day. Who says SN20 and Booster 4 is the Starship and booster that will be used when SpaceX does the orbital test for Starship, possibly this year. Okay, gotcha. So you have is it another one of those reusable things that he wants? Is that the one he wants to start trying to take to Mars or something like that? I'm not sure, but yeah, that's cool, man, dude. I whatever they say about the evil genius, be evil and be a genius, Mr. Musk. You know, more power to you. You're the richest man in the world because you come up with some shit that nobody else is coming up with, and you do it cheaper than any government can do it because, you know, governments are very inefficient and they suck. By the way, I thought of a new proverb. By the way, if you want to submit proverbs for my proverbs for the current year series, you can do that via Twitter or any other social media that you can find me on. Twitter, mine's Gab, Parler, or CloudHub and Getter and all that shit. But preferably Twitter. My DMs are open, or you can put them in a comment of any video and I might use them from there. But my proverb today, on the note of government, and let me see how, I'll just see how you guys react to this. If the government is taking care of you, the government, or that, oh wait, let me make sure I say this one right. Okay, here we go. Because I wrote it down so I would say it correctly. Let me get it right here. Oops, wrong one. Let's do this one. Here it is. Because I want to say it correctly, because when I record it, I'm going to record it correctly. So I might as well say it to you correctly. The government, if the government is taking care of you, that government owns you. Okay, there you go. That's the proverb. That's the proverb that's going into the hopper next. Also, there's another one. I'm going to use language that substitutes for the actual, but you know what I mean. There is a difference between saying the N-word and using the N-word. Okay, that's a good one. And then my third one is outrage has become so common, being calm has become outrageous. So there you go. There's three proverbs all in one day. I'm almost having some proverb overload today. Hope you enjoyed those. Yes, I see. Oh, well, I guess you did. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a great life. Okay, let's get into the stories. Let's say hi to everybody first, because, you know, there's a bunch of people here, and I should probably, since it's kind of my tradition to say hi. Now, eventually, when this channel grows like 10 or 20, 100,000 people, and I have 500 people in the chat, I'll probably only actually say hi directly to maybe the first people in the first 5 or 10 minutes, because I'm not going to be able to keep up. But because you are my wonderful original audience, I will always say hi to the early adopters of this channel. And I still consider you early adopters because you're here and you're here often, and I appreciate that. But today, first in the chat is our friend Avocados Diablo, who gets the bell. Congratulations. Thank you for being here. Also, good morning, Somnambule Nation, who tweeted out the show almost as soon as I did. I appreciate that, and I've already retweeted that. Good morning, Tyre Alexander, who is third today. You always know what number you are, too, because, like, you're pretty accurate. Like, because sometimes people say, oh, second, and then they're like the fourth, or they say third, and they're the second. But you are actually third today. Good morning, sir. Also, good morning, DI Freighter Watcher. Richo, my friend from Down Under, who says, TGIS, mate. Yes, it is Saturday where Richo lives. Good morning, Avocados. Oh, I said Avocados Diablo. Good morning also to Gunfox61, who is currently the Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Good morning also to Jeffrey Russell Jr. What up? Good morning also Tyler F, Mike Savage, Blarg. Also good morning to, let's see, Attack Alpaca's in the house. Welcome. Also good morning to, maybe there's not a whole lot of people here. It says there are 24 people here. We'll just, Willet Forge is in the house. Nice seeing you, man. Plus, anyone who's lurking, I love you too. Lurking, working, whatever you do when you're listening to the show, I'm very happy that you're here. Man, there's a lot of you. Zach Osborne's in the house, aka Plague Dr. Zach. Good morning. Well, let's see. I think that's it. Oh, it's Jedi Ghost Bear. What's happening? I honestly think Twitter is worse, to be honest. I mean, why else would they kick a good Kiwi like me? Or, well, I don't know. I don't know. I once had a woman ask me, how do you know when you're in love? That's when I quickly grabbed her arm, twisted it behind her back, and said, now who's asking the questions? Oh, okay. That's how this day's gonna be. Someone asked the dog about Harden trade. I know he likes his 76. No, what? Wait, what? I like the 76ers? Who said that? I don't pay attention to the 76ers. I mean, that's a weird, you know what? I don't know. According to Kevin Durant, everyone got what they wanted. I'm not sure if there was some issues going on between him and Kevin Durant at Brooklyn, and I don't know. I don't normally talk sports in here, but I do. I mean, I don't dislike the Sixers. They're just another team to me. The same with Brooklyn. I mean, I kind of like. Well, Brooklyn has made so many weird moves. You'd think they would. They should have been. Well, they should be contenders, but that whole Kyrie Irving thing kind of screwed them up, and so I don't know. It's who knows. I haven't followed professional basketball that closely, and I kind of keep a track of what the Timberwolves do just because they're the hometown team. But I don't pay attention, But no, interesting. I think Ben Simmons certainly, look, Ben Simmons is a star, but for some reason, they decided he was not living up to his potential. He kind of disappeared in the playoffs last year, and so, but the dude can play. I don't know if he's just in the right environment. So there's my sports ball spiel for the day. Thank you for asking, Richo. You used to like the Bullets when they had Muggsy. Oh, they had Muggsy and Manute. That was like just I wouldn't say that was a circus. I wouldn't say a clown show necessarily, but it was kind of a circus, kind of fun. But I love the old school era anyway, when they still beat the shit out of each other, the Bad Boys and the Boston Lakers series with Showtime and Bird, and then the Pistons, and even the Atlanta Hawks were fun to watch. I loved watching Utah when they still had what's the big giant dude, Mark, and they had Stockton to Malone, and they had Mark Eaton, giant man, and just the Bulls Detroit rivalry, the Bulls Indiana Pacers rivalry, the Bulls New York Knicks rivalry. Oh my gosh, that era was amazing. Charles Oakley when he was still with the Knicks, and then he came over and played for the Bulls. Look, here's the thing. The players today. Oh, and when Shaq first came in the league, oh my God, he was such a beast. Here's the thing, that they changed the rules, and part of it's Jordan's fault a little bit. They made everything related around offense, because there was a point in time where scoring in the NBA really dropped. I'm still talking sports ball, aren't I? That's weird. I don't usually do that, but I do love that era. Enough of that. Okay. Let's get into some news, because that's what we're here for, right? Watcher, let me see if I can find more news to break him. No, just hold up, Gunfire. You just hold up, okay? All right, so the test today. I'm going to go through, start news stories, and you tell me when I get to the story that Gunfox provided. And the first one who makes a note about which story it is that Gunfox provided, I'll have another bell for you and maybe some other surprises. So here we go. The first story today, I can guarantee you, is not the one. Let me check my notifications here too real quick. Let's see. Thank you, Zach Osborne, Willett Forge, Tyler F, all for retweeting the show, either my version or somebody else's version. Doesn't matter. I appreciate you. Share. But let's do this. Let's do this shill right now. First of all, the Morning Night Live is brought to you by you, the viewers of the Morning Night Live. Please, if you are here, you should have already hit the like button. If you haven't, please do it at some point during the show, or even my friend Dawg, who occasionally hits the dislike button. That's fine. Interaction is great. Also, please share the stream. That's the most important thing you can do right now. Share, just like we all learned in kindergarten. And then if you're watching a replay, put a comment in the comment section at some point during the show, or just let me know you were here. Even if it's just, hey Marty, or hey P-Dawg, or whatever you want to put. Write one of those things. And then finally, if you want to sponsor the show, you want to be a sponsor of the show, this show is run by the generous donations of its viewers, just like PBS, but better. Okay, you can do that at PDawgKnight.live. You can watch the show, participate in the chat, and donate to the show from that spot, or you can just use open another window and use that upper right-hand corner. You can also do super chats if you don't mind giving Susan 30%. You can do Venmo and Cashapp, although I don't necessarily get the messages from those right away. So if you want to leave a message, Streamlabs at PDawgKnight.live and YouTube super chats are better, because then I can read them right away, because they pop up right on my screen, right there, right here. Yes. So there's my shill. Thank you for being generous watchers, commenters, and chatters in the show. Chatting is just as much sponsoring the show to me as anything else, because it's fun to listen to see some of the things you guys come up with. All right, let's get into the news, because fact checkers are at it again. So you heard the story that so this is so Ricky. These are stories. Whenever there's a story that comes out that makes the Biden administration look as stupid as they sometimes are, there are always some fact checkers who want to come to the rescue. So the big story over the last couple days was Build Crack Better, right? They're providing crack pipes to people around the country, because it would help them be less, disease crack people and whatnot, or so forth. And so the story was, yes, they're spending $30 million on crack pipes. Okay. Now, I don't think anyone actually thought it was specifically just 30 million on crack pipes, but there's a program that they're spending 30 some, what is it? How much here? It's here, let me find the number here. 30 million. Okay. 30 million on something that has to do with giving out crack pipes. Now, the fact checker said, this story does not look good for Biden. We need to nip this in the bud, okay? We need to nip it in the bud. We can't let people know that the Biden administration is providing crack pipes to people, even though they are providing crack pipes to people. So we get a fact check. That's what happens on social media, especially on Twitter. Boy, they will jump out there and we must protect President Brandon at all costs. President Biden at all costs. And so we get fact checks like this. Federal substance use disorder program includes safe smoking kits. Oh, safe smoking kits. That's an interesting way to put it. Safe smoke. Now let's read the fact check. Okay, let's read it. I'll read the Twitter headline version, then I'll go into the we'll use Verify. Verifies that same one that did the one yesterday. The Protect Biden at All Costs outfit called Verify. Anyway, here's how they did it on Twitter. Fact checkers say the Department of Health and Human Services received a federal grant to address drug-associated risks by creating local programs, which in some cases includes safe smoking kits,
Also known as crack pipes.
Safe smoking kits, crack pipes. HHS Secretary, that's Health and Human Services, Secretary Xavier Becerra, and the Office of National Drug Control Policy Director Rahul Gupta issued a joint statement on Wednesday outlining his HHS and, ONDCP, that's the Office of National Drug Control Policy, saying that they are focused on using our resources smartly to reduce harm and save lives, adding no federal funding will be used directly or through subsequent reimbursement of grantees to put pipes in safe smoking kits. Really? Oh, so there will be no crack pipes. Safe smoking kits. Crack pipes. There will be no crack pipes in the safe smoking kits. Crack pipes. Well, fan-fucking-tastic. Should we look for do we watch? Oh, mostly false. PolitiFact. Let's go to PolitiFact because it's mostly false. Do you know what the equivalent of mostly false is?
Partially true.
Okay, let's read the PolitiFact article because, PolitiFact to the rescue. And look how many people fact checked this. We got the Washington Post. We have Verify This or Verify. We have PolitiFact. We have Lead Stories Fact Check. We've got the AP, HuffPost. I mean, everybody's fact checking the fact the Biden administration is providing crack pipes. So it's wild that they don't want you to know that they're providing crack pipes, even though they're providing crack pipes. Anyway, by the way, good morning to, I saw Retro Veteran Gamer, I think, and T-Ball, and I saw, is that it? That's who I saw. Yes, just like Romper Room, I tell you who I see. I see Retro Veteran Gamer. I see T-Ball. I see Advocatus Diabli. I see Tyre Alexander. I see Richo. Anyway, welcome to Romper Room. Do you remember okay, put a one in the chat if you remember what Romper Room is. Yeah, I mean, now, Advocatus Diabli says, yeah, I mean, now when they shove that crack pipe up their ass to smuggle it into jail, they'll know that it is unused and clean. Yes, it will be very sanitized and clean. It will be perfectly safe and sound. So let's read the PolitiFact version of this what do you call it? The fact check. Yes, we're fact. Actually, it's called the Save Biden's Ass Check. That's what it's really called. Good morning, Zombie Secretary Kami of the Juche. Oh, Zombie Secretary Comrade of the Huche. Is that Zombie Teddy or is that a whole new zombie person? I don't know. Zombie Secretary Comrade of the Hoochie, are you Zombie Teddy or are you a different zombie? Because we have zombies around here. I'm welcome to you to the show if you've never been here before. And by the way, if you are here just happening lurking or watching on accident, please subscribe to the channel. You'll get to like me eventually. You don't have to like me now. You just as long as you like me eventually, you'll get used to it. Okay, so anyway, so this is the PolitiFact is PF. Oh, they have a new logo that says PF, which means protect that fucker. Anyway, here's the PolitiFact article on crack pipes. So, just so you know, great leader is watching, so be careful what you are saying about Best Korea. Oh, well, there you go. You're a whole new zombie. Well, welcome to the show. Hit that subscribe button. Unless you already did it, that's cool, whatever. But yes, welcome. And also, good morning, Black Hebrew Israelites.
That's right.
I saw you there, brother. Crack pipes are now safe and effective because it's the science. Yes, that's right.
That's right.
In fact, now we know that crack is safer than ivermectin. So let's move on here. The Biden administration, this is the fact check. They're checking this. The Biden administration is spending $30 billion on crack pipes, and PolitiFact says it is mostly false, partially true. This is for, yes, zombies are taking over the chat. But that is normal. And, formerly known as People's Front of Canada, Unacceptable Views of the West is in the house. How you doing? Nice to see you.
China is asshole.
Whoops, I don't know why I did that one, but anyway. All right.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, I haven't used that one for a long time. Where's Hammer been? Anyone know what ever happened to MC, my friend Hammer? Because this was one of my...
Hammer time.
That's one of my favorite ones. Okay, anyway. All right. The Biden administration is spending $30 million on crack pipes, quote unquote. It is mostly false, partially true. No, the White House isn't spending $30 million on crack pipes. Here's what's really going on. Now, conservative commentators have accused the federal government of spending $30 million to provide Americans with crack pipes. The assertion comes from a federal harm reduction grant to prevent injury and death among people addicted to drugs. The grant allows recipients to provide such items as testing equipment for sexually transmitted diseases. Wait a minute. Okay, never mind. I'm not, and overdose reversal medication, along with safe smoking kits. Hello, straight Sith male. Oh, Nomad is MC. Oh, I didn't know that. Is Nomad here? Are you here, Nomad? Okay, we'll find you in a minute. Anyway, let me finish this sentence. Transmitted disease and overdose research, along with safe smoking kits, crack pipes, to curb the spread of diseases among users of smokable drugs. However, the kids would not include crack pipes, and the kits are, as a whole, would cost far less than $30 million. Oh, so it's not all for crack pipes then. Is that what they're saying? Hello, atheist icon, what's happening? Which is roughly the amount the government would spend on all elements of the grant-provided supplies and services. So they set off a firestorm by accusing the federal government of spending $30 million to provide Americans with pipes to smoke illicit substances like crack cocaine. Well, what is in a safe smoking kit? I want to know specifically. What is in a safe smoking kit? Oh, here. Oh. Okay. The story quoted an unnamed spokesman for Health and Human Services saying that the program would provide pipes for users to smoke crack cocaine, crack pipes, and crystal methamphetamine and any illicit substance. The HHS soon pushed back against the report. Spokesman Jorge Silva told PolitiFact that the mention of crack pipes went beyond the information the department gave to the reporter. Oh, so it went beyond the information the department gave to the reporter. So does that mean that they didn't tell him everything? But crack pipes were part of this program? I don't know. Anyway, HHS was designed to provide tools to minimize drug use risk. including money for testing, blah, 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 blah. Smoking kits typically contain disinfectant wipes, rubber mouthpieces to prevent burns and cuts, and brass screens to filter out harmful contaminants. So it's not necessarily crack pipes, but it's actually basically rubbers for crack pipes and screens and shit like that. Fantastic. So they provide safe smoking kits so to make it easier to smoke crack. Because unsafe smoking practices can lead to open sores, burns, and cuts on the lips, and can increase risk of infection among people who smoke drugs. Safe smoking kits have been identified to reduce the spread of disease, the response said. Well, so we're making it easier to smoke crack. But no crack pipes. Well, not necessarily, because some jurisdictions can include crack pipes in the safe smoking kits, but that's up to the local jurisdiction. Now, PolitiFact reached out to someone named Spicer. It appeared to part of the $30 million grant would go to smoking kits supplies, which frequently uses crack pipes. So anyway, it's interesting though. Oh, you can't even see that. It is mostly false. Mostly false. So I guess mostly false in my book means it's partially true, and it's just, I think probably the reaction to it look, I'm gonna guess that even though it's not 30 million for crack pipes, it's just what they're doing, kind of. You know what I mean? Anyway, thank you, GunFox61. You are the total leader today. Who says, crack pipes. They might as well offer to get the government to give users 500 cc of muscle relaxers straight to the heart. It's the same effect, but it'd be quicker and faster. Does the kit come with a coat hanger as well to hang it up? I'm gonna guess no. Anyway, all right, let's move on, because we gotta figure now. We already know. I already told you. I foreshadowed the fact that was not the story that Gunfox brought to me, that he's trying to make my head explode. When you find the story, or as soon as I start into the story, that is the story that Gunfox put in here to make my head explode. Here's what I want you to do, and I'm going to remind you between each story. You're going to put in capital letters Gunny, Gunny. So when that story comes up that Gunfox put into the show that make my head explode, you type in the word capital letters Gunny, Gunny. Okay? And notice, now Richard did it in lowercase letters, so we know that is not his, what do you call it? That is not his vote. Okay? All right, next story. Here we go. Well, inflation. See, another thing that they really don't want to talk about. Inflation has reached a 40-year high. Look at that. Now look at this shit. That's got to be in California. $5.89 a gallon for a regular gasoline or whatever. I'm sure this is all unleaded. So, oof. Good Lord. I thought $3.30 was bad in the Twin Cities here. Anyway, U.S. consumer prices rose solidly in January, leading to the biggest annual increase in inflation in 40 years. Yay! Way to go! Let's go, Biden! Woohoo! Okay.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
Shut up, Joe Biden. Anyway. A broad increase in prices reported by the Labor Department on Thursday was led by soaring costs for rent, electricity, and food. Yes. Oh my God. I just went to the store this morning. I thought I bought some sausage, some eggs. I'm like, wait a minute. What the hell? I didn't even buy a full bag of stuff, and it cost me this much. Anyway, the broad increased price of rent today, and could heap more political pressure on Joe Biden, whose popularity has been declining. That's an understatement. Amid anxiety over the rising cost of living, high inflation has overshadowed a strong economy, which grew at its fastest pace in 37 years in 2021. Okay, even the Washington Free Beacon is doing this bullshit. There is a very, very notable reason why the economy grew at its fastest pace in 37 years. Because you MFers who were guiding the last two presidents regarding the COOF and the COVID and the stupid, the whatever, said we need to shut down everything because everyone's going to die. Okay? And now that it's time for midterm elections in 2022, we've been gradually returning to work. And so, when you shut the economy down and then you start it back up again, it's going to grow at a better pace than probably just naturally if the economy was never shut down. But hey, I'm just a guy at a basement studio with some lights and shit, okay? Anyway, good morning, Anna Lynn. How you doing? Nice to welcome back. Nice to see you. Anyway, so, okay, you can read the rest of this bullshit later, but electricity prices up 4.2%, offsetting a 0.8 decline in the cost of gasoline. Well, no, the decline in gas. Did y'all, okay, how many of you noticed, because remember when Biden was talking about using the strategic oil reserve and releasing some of that to alleviate some of the price of gasoline, how many of you noticed that over the last, about 10 to 12 days, gas prices have increased significantly? I mean, we're talking like 30, 40 cents a gallon over the last couple weeks. Anyone else notice that besides me? Because they were all excited that the gas prices that were up $1 went down 12 cents. Remember that when Jen Psaki's like, well, we've done so much to change but the gas prices, blah, 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 blah. And the truth was they went, because they were up $1 from the year before and they went down 12 cents. Well, now they're up a net $1.20 from last year. So not last year, whatever, before the whatever you want to call the pandemonium. Anyway, in the 12 months through January, the CPI jumped, Consumer Price Index, jumped 7.5%, the biggest year-on-year increase since February 1982, when we were digging ourselves out from the Carter years. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that followed 7% advance in December and marked the fourth straight month annual increases in excess of 6%. Economists polled by Reuters had forecast the CPI rising 0.5% a month and accelerating 7.3% on a year-to-year basis, whatever. So anyway, inflation. All right, next story. And again, Gunny in capital letters, if you think this next story, or no one thought this last story was, if you think the next story is from Gunny in capital letters, first person gets praise and glory and a bell and maybe some other sound effects. Okay, next story. CNN poll says 56% of Americans who disapprove of Biden say they don't approve of anything Biden has done. So, now let me make sure that you understand what this is really saying, because there's another one here that says a majority disapprove of Biden, deem his presidency as a failure. So that's the CNN poll. The CNN poll said a majority of Americans disapprove of President Biden's job performance, as most have also deem his first year a failure. Shocker.
You're a lying dog faced pony soldier.
Come on, man.
Anyway, so nearly 6 in 10 Americans disapprove how Joe Biden is handling his job with the presidency. So that's the CNN poll. I'll just give you that. You can read the rest of the Breitbart article. Now, this other story though, it's hard to, you gotta parse this out a little bit. So when he said 60% of Americans disapprove of the job Biden's doing, of that 60%, 56% of Americans who disapprove of Biden say they don't approve of anything Biden has done. Maniac Man, what's up? Nice to see you back. I don't approve of Democrats at all. Well, there you go. You are a smart man. 56% of those 60% say he hasn't done shit. A poll released by CNN shows that a majority of Americans who disapprove of the Biden administration overall don't approve of a single damn thing the president has done so far. This is fascinating. What has President Biden done for you that you approve of? 56% of Americans, nearly 6 in 10 Americans of 56%, nearly 6 in 10 Americans. That means a decent amount of Democrats said nothing. They disapprove of everything that's happened. No, that's they got that wrong. Actually, they got that wrong. Here, what do they have us to watch? Oh, let's watch. What's this dickhead's name? Anyway, let's watch him. Oh, with a commercial. Hang on. Shut up, Xfinity. Don't want to hear your. Where'd that go? Okay, we'll close the Xfinity there. All right, let's try this again.
When you move.
I know. I don't want to hear. Oh, Jesus. This is stupid shit. There needs to be a mute on that. Here, let me just mute that for a second. We'll just let that ad go by, and it'll kill the music for a minute, and then we'll. Okay, here we go.
CNN poll numbers now, brand new numbers, and you're going to see how inflation and broader doubts about the COVID recovery are dragging down the president's standing. Let's just go first to the threshold number you always focus on in a midterm election year. Do you approve of President Biden's job performance?
No.
Look at how bad these numbers are for the president.
No.
Only 4 in 10 Americans, 41% at the moment, approve of his job performance.
Anderson
Nearly
Cooper, is that
6
his
in
name?
10, 58% disapprove. That's a tough number early in a midterm election year.
No, that's not
for the
Anderson
president of the
Cooper.
United
Who is
States.
this
Now,
guy?
why is this happening? This is fascinating. We asked.
Who is that? That's not Anderson Cooper, is it? No. What's this guy's name? What'd you say, D.I.? Looked at Discord. You're easy to profile. Okay. Oh, you cheating! You went into Discord. You cheated. Anyway,
People, what has President Biden done for you that you approve of?
What have you done for
56%
me
of Americans,
lately?
nearly 6 in 10 Americans. That means a decent amount of Democrats say nothing.
Nothing!
They disapprove of everything that has happened. Now, yes, the president would say, we passed the rescue plan. We passed the bipartisan infrastructure plan. It is not sinking in out in America. 56.
Whoa. Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what this asshole just said? We passed the American Rescue Plan. We've had this and that. It's just not sinking in with America. Hey, maybe, just maybe, some people thought that didn't do shit for them. Oh, wow, really? Someone didn't give a shit about that when everything else sucks? I don't know, but here we go.
6% of Americans say nothing. They disapprove of everything that has happened so far. 15% say the president has helped with the economy.
You're a lying dog faced pony soldier.
Yeah, 15% said the president helped with the economy.
6% say the coronavirus.
6% the coronavirus. Oh, this is of the people who disapprove of Biden. So 15% of them said economy. 6% said coronavirus.
See here, personal traits.
Personal traits. Wander off. Don't answer questions from the press.
See other issues, but that is a.
It's a killer. It's a killer. Let's turn that off before it starts again. No.
Drinking water
Here.
before bed reverses diabetes in just 4 weeks.
Anyway, so holy shit. Those are not good numbers for the president. All right, next story. John King. Thank you. Yes, John King. He used to be on what did he used to be on? Did he used to be on I want to say ABC News maybe? He was somewhere else before he went to CNN. Liars, that 15%. No, those are the 15% of the people who disagreed that said yes, he's kind of helped with the economy, which is well, you know, if you only look at certain numbers of the economy, sure. If you look at wages are up, right? Employment is up. If you don't really pay attention to why it's up. But, you know, but then you go, inflation kind of knocked out the wage increases. It's just, well, there's a technical term for that. Hang on a second. By the way, I do have my, here, hang on. I can't even see that. I do have my cup of reparations here in the Trail Stop Tavern Cup, which is where we normally do our Trail Stop stream. Although, I didn't tell you what I'm doing this weekend. It's Friday. All right, here's what I'm doing this weekend, and it's something that I haven't done since I was 10 years old, and I'm kind of excited about it. So my wife's cousin, who we occasionally hang out with when he's in town, he lives up in the Great White North Tundra, whatever part of Minnesota, and but he's coming down to the Twin Cities this weekend, and his two sisters and their husbands or whatever at his mother's house, right? She lives on a lake in Minnesota, and we're gonna go ice fishing. I haven't been ice fishing since I was 10 years old. I'm actually kind of excited about it because I've never ice fished in Minnesota. I went ice fishing once when I was growing up in Nebraska, and I don't remember what it was like, but so we're having a family ice fishing contest. We have prizes, and then we're also having a chili cook-off. So I'm gonna go after the show or after my afternoon gig, I'm gonna go get my ingredients, go make my chili for tomorrow, and we have a chili cook-off and ice fishing contest. It's gonna be a hoot, and I might even have a beer or two because it's ice fishing. That's about what you do when you go ice fishing. But I'm excited. Anyway. It's a very nice little place. You and the missus go and have breakfast. Yeah, it is really, really nice place. And hopefully Maddie and Ronan will be able to join us one of these weeks. And then there's also a couple other people who I know through some of the Lord Network streams that we just found out live in Minnesota. So they might join us one of these days. By the way, if there's ever a time you happen to be coming to Minnesota for something, when we are on a Saturday when we're doing a Trail Stop stream, if you join us live at the Trail Stop Tavern in Eagan, Minnesota, for the Trail Stop stream, the owner Lou has graciously offered anyone who comes to the bar/restaurant from the stream, he will buy them breakfast and their first cocktail. And also, by the way, the Bloody Mary bar, you make your own Bloody Marys, including pouring your own booze. So that just that could take you down quick if you aren't careful. But also they have like special on mimosas and Bloody Marys and great food. So if you ever happen to be in Twin City, let me know if you're coming to the Twin Cities and for whatever reason, because I know a lot of you live pretty far away from here, but if they just happen to be coming to the Twin Cities, you can join us for a Trail Stop stream. Anyway, all right, so enough of that. Moving on, let's see, what else we got? Virginians, as opposed to virgins. Some Virginians kind of upset. I don't know if they upset the media, but apparently Biden visited the state of Virginia for something, and Virginians, as opposed to virgins, were shouting the requisite "Let's go, Brandon," and displaying "Build Crack Better" sign as Joe visits Culpeper. I don't know why he was in Culpeper. Protesters welcome President Joe Biden to Culpeper, Virginia, with shouts of "Let's go, Brandon." On Thursday, the president's motorcade traveled to Culpeper for Biden to deliver a speech at a local community college about reducing healthcare costs through his Build Crack Better program. I'm sorry, this says back better, build back better. By the way, I'm going to remind you, because they're starting to talk about healthcare, and some of these people are really into this idea of Medicare for all and shit like that. Just a reminder of the proverb that I'm putting out probably in the next 24 hours or so. The government that takes care of you is also the government that owns you. So just reminding you of that. But he was greeted with a group of protesters who flew flags reading "Joe Biden sucks" and FJB. What does FJB mean? I wonder what FJB means. I have no idea. Anyway, according to reporters who traveled with the president, another sign read "Build Crack Better," presumably referring to reports about the Biden administration funding safe smoking kits, crack pipes, for drug users. Biden will be joined by Representative Abigail Spanberger of Virginia, who represents a more moderate district and faces a tough re-election fight in November. Shocker. The president is also trying to focus on individual provisions in his Build Back Better agenda after it effectively died in the Senate. his event Thursday will focus on reducing the cost of prescription drugs and insulin. Now, it's funny because the former president, the guy with the funny hair, made some leeway in lowering the price of prescription drugs. It's for some reason when Joe Biden came into office, he kind of shot all that down, and so they have to start over with Joe Biden's plan. And I don't know why, he wouldn't have just built on the guy with the funny hairs. Oh my God, Avocaz Diabli, why did you do that? Why? Y'all are sick. You all are some sick motherfuckers. This bitch. Oh, creative, what do you call that acronym? Creative acronym readings in the chat right now. Oh, good God. Anyway, no, that wasn't it. All right, next story. This one I might have to, the next story is about the word that can kill a career, or at least they try to use to kill a career. And that would be the dreaded N-word. And I saw this video. It's about 7 minutes long, and I'm not going to play the whole video, but it's about whether or not people care if you use the N-word. And look, I am a black man. I have what's called a black card, and although my limited credit line on my black card is especially limited because, they keep getting my credit limit lowered, I still am a black man and still use words that apparently my white brothers and sisters cannot use, or at least a specific word. But I'm not going to use it on my show because I just, it's not really my thing. I don't really like using that word. I never liked the word anyway because I lived in an era when people used that word. Okay, there's a like I said, there's a difference between saying the N-word and using the N-word. And I grew up in an era where there were still people who used the N-word. Okay, there's a difference. But not everybody recognizes that difference. They just hear that word and they lose their fucking mind. But especially white liberals. And to demonstrate the fact that white liberals tend to be the ones who lose their minds over shit like that, there's a gentleman, what's his name? James Klug. Okay, James Klug is a young fellow who I believe lives in California. He's from California. Let me just stop the music for a second. Stop the music. There we go. James Klug put this video out talking to people, many of them white liberals, and I'm sorry, I know I said that, but wait, this should be fitting here. There we go. I got this fitting right. So James Klug put out a video, or went out and talked to Californians. These from California, Californians about Joe Rogan's. The video about Joe Rogan using the N-word because, someone made a compilation of him saying the word. Now, what's interesting, let me go find, actually, I have another one here. Hang on a second. This will be funny because I'll play this right afterwards. What? Landlord in North Carolina used that word in the most racist way possible. He was a white Democrat. Well, come on, Will, listen. It doesn't surprise me that a white Democrat would do that because that's their history. But anyway, let me find this other one here before I start this. Here we go. Let me click that, and then we'll pause it immediately. All right, because you're going to love this. So anyway, there's this compilation of Joe Rogan using the word that starts with N and stands with hard okay? But he was using it in a kind of a clinical kind of quoting, kind of discussing the use of the word itself. He wasn't using it. He was saying the word, but he wasn't using the word. There's a difference, okay? Today's sponsorship deal is a little dark. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, we're brothers, Ty. We do lots of things that are dark, so there you go. Good morning, Buster's Outlaws, by the way. So let's check out James Klug, and I you know, if he decides to strike my channel, that's cool. I don't care. This is worth it because I want to play this. I want to play this video because it kind of sums up. It kind of sums up my feeling and many black people's feeling about this word versus how liberals see this word, because it's the white liberals who are just all up in arms about this. And so anyway, here we go. Let me turn this over here. Let's watch James Klug's video, and we might not watch the whole thing, but okay, I want you to guess what these people think. This is what these people think. Okay.
He's terrible.
He's terrible?
He should be off Spotify. I'm behind Neil Young all the way.
Oh.
He's not saying nothing bad to me, so I don't care. I don't give a
What's going on, everyone? James Klug here. The woke mob is trying to cancel Joe Rogan because he has used the N-word on his show before,
yes, he has.
but not directed at anyone.
Now I want to clarify. Again, he did not use the word. He said the word. He said the word in multiple occasions. Okay, said, use, two different things in my mind. That's how I quantify, qualify, justify. Not even justify. I don't give a fuck. It's a word unless it's being used in the way it was used when I was a kid. Then I'm a break a bitch. Okay, but saying it, yeah. We'll see. And I'm not encouraging you to say it either. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it in my chat. Okay? Just say it. Respect me and don't put it in my chat. Because I won't kick you out, but it's not, don't say it. Unless it's in, well, because although it's happened, I just don't. But if you use it somewhere else, and you're using it in the context of saying, well, this is if you're reading Huck Finn, I don't give a fuck, because it's in the book and it's a historical kind of story of, of shit that went on, and if you hide that shit, it just makes it more mysterious and more, whatever. But let's finish with James Klug here.
Anybody. The question I have is, do people care? Today we're in Los Angeles. We're gonna find out.
Okay, why am I? Can we skip the music? Okay, this is James Klug's video. He's got his.
Over the last 12 years, the N-word has been brought up on the show a handful of times.
Wait, what that today? Hold up.
I'm gonna provide a handful of times.
Wait, hold up.
The N-word has been brought up on the show a handful of times.
Oh, his brother said it.
I'm gonna provide full context for you. On the video, he's not directing the N-word at anybody, okay? Yeah. They're either discussing the word itself, or he's quoting someone. So watch this video.
Especially like the word, that's our he says.
Not once has he used it with malicious intent towards somebody, but he was quoting someone or talking about the word itself. Now, on the show,
oh
the last
boy,
12
here we
years.
go.
Does it bother you or does it not?
As soon as I get me a show, it's first thing I'm gonna say, I made it.
Do you care?
Yeah.
Why do you care, white people?
Absolutely not.
Hell no. To be honest, I'm not really in the position, being white, to comment on it really.
No, you are in a position. You can comment it. Stop saying that shit. White people y'all can talk about whatever the fuck you want, and so can anybody else. And you can have an opinion. It doesn't make your opinion any less valid for you. If you have an opinion on something, you can have an opinion on something. Good God, you whiny bitch. Sorry, I got it.
Offensive, and
no, it's offensive.
It's not our choice. It's not his choice, and shouldn't be using it.
It was used originally to.
Check your logic. What interview is this? This is a James Klug. He's interviewing people, and here's the thing. As always, on my show, here, let me put my beautiful face on the screen here. As always on my show, at the end of the show, during the outro, every video, every link, every news story that we cover during this show will be added to the description in a single link called a one-tab link, which will appear in the second paragraph of the description below this video. If you want to use that video or those links to make your own story, write your own blog, make your own videos, or just inform your friends and neighbors, You are free to do that because the link is provided free by myself, me, Marty, also known as PDawgKnight on the internet. During the intro, I will let you know when intro? No. During the outro, I will let you know when the task has been completed and provide a link in the chat if you don't feel like clicking a couple times more. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, back to the video. Now, back to the video. There it is. Okay, here we go.
Oppress people, right? With the ER and such. But you can say the same thing as boy. You know what I mean? Somebody go around talking about, hey, come here, boy. That's up. You know what I mean?
First of all, I'm not on the show and I'm not getting paid. So typically, no, I don't care. Okay.
Right?
We'll care if we're getting paid a little bit.
Maybe, but at the end of the day, I still wouldn't care.
It is kind of a debate, you know what I'm saying? If you see people throwing that shit around back and forth, it's like, all right, what are we doing? Are we oppressing ourselves?
He said he hasn't used it in the last few years, but do you think Spotify should remove him because of that?
Should they remove for something he did 5 years ago?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Oh!
Did you guys hear about this?
What? What? Hello, nobody, not me. Hi there, atheist icon. Nice to see y'all. Again, white liberals.
Scandal recently with the N-word being used.
Yeah, he's terrible.
He's terrible.
He should be off Spotify.
Why?
Behind Neil Young all the way.
If he's not directing
Fuck
it
Neil
at somebody
Young.
and he's just
Did I say that loud enough? Fuck Neil Young.
talking about it with somebody or quoting somebody saying the N-word, not a big deal.
I don't think so. I don't care.
Do you care?
No. I mean, like, he's not saying nothing bad to me, so I don't
He's
care.
not using the word. He's saying the word.
I don't care.
What about
He's
you?
not using.
Not at all.
Look at
I'm
this.
providing
Black
full
women
context.
don't even care. Now, when black women don't care, you know, nobody fucking gives a shit in the black community. They just, unless they want to make a point and they want to unless they're trying to make a political point, nobody gives a fuck. Because he's not using the word. He's saying the word in a clinical, technical, whatever word about the word, saying the word. He's not using the word, okay? There's a difference. Oh, we have one gunny point. Oh, I don't even have that noise. Hang on a second. Let me find something real quick. Hold up. I need to, let me, hang on. Sorry. Because I don't have my, where is it? Okay. Jeffrey Russell Jr. No, this is not Gunny's story. I'll have to keep that up because I didn't realize I was going to have to use it. All right. No, this is not the story. But anyway, let's keep going.
For people, that video with the N-word being used, it was like a montage basically.
Right.
None being directed at anybody, but quoting people
matter.
or
It
It doesn't. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Why is anybody-
Context doesn't matter. That's what they're saying. Context does not matter. That word is so evil and treacherous that context doesn't matter. You said the word, even though you weren't using the word. The word itself. If I was in a high school and they were reading aloud Huckleberry Finn, and someone said, Jim, and I'm basically not saying it for the algorithm because I don't have any problem saying the word, but I guess I'm deep enough in the show. But anyway, if it would still be, if he was reading Huckleberry Finn on his show, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But even listen to that idiot.
It means that we haven't evolved at all and learned our lessons.
Take him off Spotify.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
They're saying cancel him, take him off Spotify, all of that stuff. And we're talking to a lot of black Americans today that are saying,
hell no,
I don't care. Why do you guys think that is?
Because at the end of the day, people know who can and who cannot use that
that word. And if you are being a true journalist and you're quoting someone, a quote is a quote.
Right, right. But you know,
you have to look at the context of how he's using
all right,
the
so
word.
look, I'm gonna leave that video in the links, but we're not gonna watch the whole thing. But I just wanted to give you a taste of it. That's pretty much how the whole video goes. Like the black people talk to don't give a shit. The white Karens and liberals and whatnot are like all over it. But here's the thing though. And see, then you get journalists like Jim Acosta. Now, like I said, white liberals, and Jim Acosta just is true to form. Watch this. This is amazing. What a dick. Listen to Jim Acosta, because he just like, nope, you should be canceled. You should be canceled. So here we go. Watch. Here it is. Jim Acosta.
Videos resurfaced of him using the N-word multiple times, and we have to warn you, this is very disturbing.
We already have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger big shots.
Just unbelievable. That would be enough to put anybody out of a job.
See,
I mean,
he should be out of his fucking job, Jim Acosta
It seems
says.
untenable to have that kind of video surface.
I can't believe that they use that word. Wait a minute. Wait, what the hell was that? That wasn't Joe Rogan. Who the hell was that guy? Oh, no shit. I thought he had hair. Oh. That was Brandon. That was Joe Biden saying that shit. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. Hi Tesla. Hi Renee Mayette. What's up? Okay, so until black people stop saying it and using it in songs, then that white people will sing, or in a movie it will be used. Well, that's the thing too. Like in one of the later people in that video is like, yeah, if someone's singing along to Kanye, Gold Digger, you know, and he said I'd be singing along, you know, if you don't know the words to Gold Digger, because let me just explain something to you about the word Gold Digger. Hello, lunatic. What's up? What's happening? The song Gold Digger, you know that song? I ain't saying she's a gold digger. I ain't messing with no broke. That's not the lyrics, okay? It's not I ain't messing with no broke, okay? It's I ain't saying she's a gold digger. I ain't messing with no broke nigga, okay? That's what the song lyrics are. I strategically said that under that music. All right, let me get caught up on some chats here. First of all, thank you, Tyre Alexander, for sponsoring the show with a big old bullet. Here is and it's an ad for today, so let's bring back up the funk. Oh, that's weird. Let me try something else here. I'm gonna get a little more. Let's start from the beginning. Today's sponsor is Democratic Crack Dealers of America. The DCDA would like to assure our customers that due to Biden's crack pipes initiative, we will not raise our prices. We will continue to provide members of Congress like Pelosi with affordable crack. Democratic Crack Dealers of America, serving America's finest. Okay, thank you, Tyre Alexander. Another fantastic ad. Yes, I know I embellished a little bit, but you know, it worked just as well. So thank you, sir, for sponsoring the show again. Also, Black Hebrew Israelite. That's right. Says, that's right, Jimmy. You can't say that N-word with the hard ER. Only white liberal Karen get offended on behalf of the colored peoples. And I mean people of color. That's right. Yo, PDawgKnight, what's up, my nigga? That's right. That's right. Oh, Black Hebrew Israelite, you got me to say the word on screen. Anyway, and then also Stanley Yelnuts. Stanley Yelnuts. I'm not sure who that is. I don't see you in the chat, but also with the 469, one of the greater donations we have on the show, said, have you heard about the new Israel beer company? Hebrewing. Thank you, Mr. Dog. Okay. Let's see. Hello, Hig. Nice to see you, my brother, from the home base in Florida. Fantastic seeing you here. All right. Most American current problems are due to Wilson from way back. Yeah, he kind of fucked some shit up. I got to tell you. Might be the worst president ever. Anyway. All right. Where was I? Oh, next story. Here's our next story. This is a fantastic story. Biden's new, is it Department of Energy? Department of Energy hire is a queer activist who brags about puppy play gimp kink. The Biden administration's latest Department of Energy queer hire who brags about his kink of leading other gay men who are pretending to be dogs around on leashes before having sex with them. We truly live in hell. Sam Britton was recently hired by the Department of Energy as the spent fuel. D.I. Freighter Watcher, you are the winner! Yes!
You're fucking a white male!
Your life makes me sad.
You are the winner, yes. D.I. Freighter Watcher beat you. Everyone's in on this one, though. You got the gunny going. You were ready. A Metro Weekly article contains some illuminating details about Britain's lifestyle as the handler in the pup community.
Your life makes me sad.
The pup community.
Resist, we must.
And yes, it's every bit as degenerate as you might think. Holy shit. In the pup community, let me just describe this. This is in the article. Do I need some appropriate music for this? I don't know. I'll just read it as it's written. In the pup community, handlers function the same way dogs owners do, keeping a watchful eye on their charge and reining in the pups if needed. It's the handlers who train the pups and teach them discipline, doling out rewards or punishments based on good or bad behavior. Think of any bio dog, Griffin says. You can train them. It's this go do this reward system like any bio dog. So let's say you're playing fetch, you throw the ball and the pup picks it up and brings it back and drops it at your feet. You're going to reward him, whether it's petting him or sticking your dick in his mouth. I mean, that's not what it says, but that's what it turns into later. Oh. Okay. Honestly, if you want to read the rest of this, you're a sick motherfucker. All right, let's move on. Oh my. Moving on. Where was I? Holy shit. Now in our I only have a few minutes left. So there's a whole look here. There's a shit ton of stories. So let me just give you some headlines of articles that are going to be in the description down below, and then we're going to have to call it a day. Okay, here we go. The FDA is rushing grants. Hang on a second here. It's been there. FDA is rushing to grant EUAs, or emergency use authorizations, to 2 more stupid 19 drugs with no long-term safety or efficacy data, while ignoring a mountain of evidence supporting those things that you're not supposed to use, because one is horse paste and the other is it's the most dangerous drug on the planet. So both crack is safer than both HCQ and ivermectin. But anyway, under President Biden, the FDA, which has for decades advocated the use of inexpensive generic drugs whenever possible, is suddenly inaudible and even spoken against inexpensive, widely available generic drugs likely to ameliorate stupid 19 symptoms, even though these drugs have decades of safety data behind them. There are 2 leading explanations of this otherwise inexplicable turn of events: politics and money. Oh, shocker. So anyway, that's one of the articles you can read in the tab below. Also, from Breitbart, the Biden administration has urged Justin Trudeau to use federal powers against the trucker blockade. He's talked about, he's he suggested that Castro's kid bring in the Canadian Army against these truckers who are just having peaceful protest. For the past 4 days, the Canadian Freedom Convoy protested blocked traffic on the main thoroughfare connecting Windsor, Ontario to Detroit, forcing auto plants in both countries to either shut down or slow production due to the delay in parts and deliveries. And the White House said Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas and Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg spoke with their Canadian counterparts and urged them to resolve the standoff, according to the Associated Press. But they literally have said, oh, wait, we'll get to Gretchen Whitmer. There's a story about her, too. But anyway, so they're saying use federal powers to end a peaceful protest. Also, kind of on that note, Canadian mayor says Governor Whitmer offered heavy equipment to move trucks off bridge blocked by the Freedom Convoy. Mayor of Windsor, Ontario, Drew Dilkins, said in a press conference Thursday that Democratic Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer offered to help remove protesters blocking the Ambassador Bridge for the past several days. The bridge is a key border point between the U.S. and Canada, currently occupied by convoy truckers in protest of Canada's stupid 19 mandates. He said the state of Michigan and the governor's office directly offered to send over heavy equipment to help remove the vehicles to provide security. And they've offered to do whatever's required to help end the blockade as well. Now, if you remember, in Alberta, or not Alberta, excuse me, in okay, blanking out. Anyway, in the capital, I'm blanking out. Sorry, Canadians, I just did. They tried to get tow truck drivers to come and start removing trucks, right? And every tow truck company they called said, I'm sorry, we can't do it. We all have COVID. So the tow truck drivers said, fuck you. We're with the truck drivers. And I got a feeling that if they did offer heavy equipment, people to start removing shit, I bet a whole bunch of heavy equipment operators would be suddenly coming down with COVID or the flu or rickets or, polio or something that would not allow them to do it. So anyway, you can read the rest of that story too in the tab below. Also in the tab below, join the fight against the radical left. Ottawa police threaten immediate arrest of protesters as U.S.-Canada border nearly shut down. They're trying, but there's an awful lot of protests, and I think they'll just keep coming. Let them get arrested and whatnot. Also, convoys, Canadian court has tried to freeze Freedom Convoy Give, Send, Go donations. They tried to block. They said that they would not be able to use these funds. It would be illegal. However, Give, Send, Go. So it said breaking. The Ontario government says it'll effectively frozen all donations made to the trucker convoy through Give, Send, Go. Canadian talk show host Andrew Lawton tweeted Thursday, it's now a criminal offense to have any dealing with money from donations through this platform. Give, Send, Go said, fuck off. You have no jurisdiction over us. We are in the United States. Fuck you. We can do whatever the fuck we want. So we're going to see how that works out. Are they going to try to get help from the Biden administration for this? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's what's happening there. Also in trucker news, Trudeau gets clown slapped in Canada's House of Commons, sits down and pouts. Let's just watch this one real quick because where is it? Here it is. Let's just take a gander at this one.
Questions. Question orale. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
And we're going to finish with this. There are several other articles that'll be in the tab.
And mandates, we're seeing things change very quickly, and rightly so. Dr. Tam has said that vaccine mandates should be reevaluated, and today the chair of the Quebec Liberal Caucus clearly and strongly stated it's time to end the divisiveness and the politicization and end the mandates. We Conservatives could not agree more.
Sorry.
This cannot be a slow and dragged-out process simply because of the Prime Minister's ego, pride, or denial. Canadians are too tired. Canadians need hope. So will the Prime Minister follow the science, follow the evidence, and the restrictions and the mandates?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Here's the Prime Minister now. Listen, watch.
Everyone is sick and tired of lockdowns, of the measures we have to do, of the sacrifices we've had to make. But Canadians have continued to step up over the past 2 years, been there for each other, been there to get vaccinated. And that's the unity we've seen across the country of people who've been there for their neighbors, who've been there for their frontline health workers. That's what Canadians are going to continue to do. That's how we get through and back to the things we love. We're going to continue to follow the science. We're going to continue to have Canadians' backs. We're going to continue to protect people's lives. The Honourable Leader
Not too many people clapping there.
Countries like Ireland, Sweden, Norway, Israel, Czech Republic, the UK, Spain, Denmark, they're all removing restrictions and mandates. And they're all countries that have a lower vaccine rate than Canada. Here in Canada, though, we have a Prime Minister who refuses to lead and instead is being divisive. I have to agree with the MP for Louis Hebert when he says people don't know where public health ends and politics begins. Canadians want their lives back. So again, I ask the Prime Minister, will he follow the evidence? Will he follow the science and the mandates and the restrictions quickly?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, every step of the way, we have had Canadians' backs by following the science, by working closely with
Okay, you can watch the rest of that on your time because I'm running out of my time. So, anyway, I'll just do the headlines. In New Zealand, police try to shut down a Canadian-inspired anti-mandate protest in Parliament. In the Department of Homeland Security has warned of a potential trucker convoy during the Super Bowl. Oh, no! Also, 500,000 souls. Biden's stupid 19 death toll passes 500,000, which is 100, way more than the former president with the funny hair. Co-inventor of the rotavirus, Fauci juice, I'll call it. 2 former FDA officials take a stand against booster mandates and support natural immunity. Oh my God. Natural immunity. I didn't think that exists. I'm sorry. I'll stop using that word. Naturally acquired immunity. Can we just stop using the term natural immunity because people lie about what that means? Naturally acquired immunity through infection. Also, in the National Pulse, there's a great article. Wuhan lab also sought influenza strain for human infection. They weren't just talking about coronavirus. They were trying to fuck around with another type of flu too. They need to shut that shit down. You can't even see what I'm putting on here. I'm gonna go full screen on these. So there's that one. Also from the Federalist, in Wisconsin, hospital shortages aren't from stupid 19. They're from Fauci juice mandates, because healthcare workers who've already had the stupid are still being fired because they refuse to take the jab. Also, in Daily Wire, conservative slam Wisconsin Democrat for saying parents concerned about education should homeschool or pay for private school. You probably saw this story on another channel, so that I don't mind not missing it, but if you want to read about it, she tweeted out, if parents want to have a say in their child's education, they should homeschool or pay for private tuition out of their family budgets. Hey, bitch, you know, property taxes or however they fund your schools in Wisconsin are out of your family budget. I think she deleted that very quickly because I deleted my tweet since it was lacking in nuance and easily misinterpreted. Really? How do you misinterpret this statement? If parents want to have a say in their child's education, they should homeschool or pay for private tuition out of their family budget. There's no nuance whatsoever in that. However, she said, I wouldn't want anyone to think that parents do not have a role in their child's public education? I sure did. I encourage all parents to engage in voting for school board, join the PTO, and meet with teachers. Bitch, you know what you meant. You know what you meant. Also, and then finally, from I got a couple left. Legal Insurrection is a nice article. The American Bar Association abusing its accreditation power to force race-focused study in law students. So you know what that means. CRT, whatever. Anyway, and then finally, the other last article. Liz Cheney called electoral objections unconstitutional. So when the people who objected to the electors in the 2020 election. You know, some of those Republicans did that. She's saying that was unconstitutional. Now, first of all, that's how it works. That's the law. That's how it's in the Constitution. You can object for whatever reason you want. But also, she sided with Democrats who'd done it for years. Remember Maxine Waters and a bunch of other people who objected to the electors when the guy with the funny hair was elected. Remember that? They stood up for objections that had made no sense. So apparently they all were, they did that. Don't do what we do, because what you do, it's illegal when you do it. But when we do it, who cares? Speaking of which, they're going after the former president again because of some records that were at Mar-a-Lago that some might have been labeled as classified and some as top secret, which, you know what? If it's against the Records Act, there is a fine and whatever, a slap in the wrist for that. But remember, if your name's Hillary Clinton and you do that, who gives a shit? It's but her emails, right? But her emails. So look, if he did that shit and it was wrong, hey, give him the requisite slap in the wrist that you're supposed to get for that. And but I got a feeling that, you know what? When he was the president of the United States, I bet you there's been a president or two who's taken records with them when they're doing work outside of the White House. Like if they go to Camp David or they go to their home, like when Reagan used to go to the, what did they call it? The West Coast Capitol or West Coast White House and shit like that. I'm sure it wouldn't be the first president who had information with them, but they just hadn't returned it. But then they had that stupid story about, they flushed shit down the toilet. That was Maggie Haberman though. So she, hers is according to sources, or two sources say, or whatever bullshit. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've had a wonderful day today on the show. If you haven't hit the like button, do that now before you forget, because there's not a whole lot of time. Also remember, if you wait around for the outro, I will let you know when I've updated the link with all these stories and videos if you want to refer to them later. And please, thank you for being here today. Hit the like button, share the stream before, during, after the stream. If you're watching the stream on replay, put a comment in the comment section so that I know you were here and I can give you one of those little hearts on your thing. And not a heart on, but a heart on your comment. And then if you want to sponsor the show 24 hours a day at PDawgKnight.live, Venmo, Cashapp, or during show, PDawgKnight.live, and YouTube SuperChats. All right. Thank you to our sponsors today. Gunfox61, Tyre Alexander, Black Hebrew Israelite.
That's right.
And Stanley Yelnuts. There's a joke in there and I can't figure it out what it is, and I'll figure it out probably after the show. Anyway, you all have a wonderful weekend. I gotta go. My name is PDawgKnight. Hello, none your business, or none your beeswax, excuse me. I'm PDawgKnight, and I am out of here. Have a great weekend. See you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, this is PDawgKnight, and thanks for watching today on the PDawgKnight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cashapp, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm PDawgKnight, and I'm out of here.